All right. Okay. Um, Now that we've got our dough in our oiled bowl and we have it covered, we're going to put it in the warm but not hot oven. And we're going to take Mr. Hedgehog, see Mr. Hedgehog? And we're going to set him for 30 minutes. And then we'll check on our dough. If it has doubled in size after that time, we will go ahead. At this level, it's a whole sugar harem. Yes. You're not wrong. All right, so we're going to wash a few dishes and get caught up on that. And then we're going to prepare our meatballs for the deep fry. Did I knock anything over? I feel like I knocked something over. Ah, my spatula fell down. Come back. Go. Let's see. You had to try to learn to cook the hard way to cook smaller portions because sometimes you don't need to eat an overly rich dish 10 times. Yeah. I yeah, I grew up cooking for a minimum of 6 people. More often than not, it was more than that. So, all of my recipes were designed for massive groups of people, which is why I'm glad we're moving to where we're moving, because not only are there like 10 people on the property, there's also a few teenagers, and as everyone knows, teenagers eat an amazing amount of food. So I'll just be able to mark leftovers and put them in the community fridge and call it good, and I know it'll get eaten. And tomorrow we're gonna roast a whole chicken. I'm gonna brine it first. Um, if you're looking to impress people with your cooking, even if you don't know much about cooking, if you learn how to brine a bird, it's really, really hard to dry it out. And everyone will think you're an amazing master chef because your bird will come out so juicy no matter how you cook it. Let's see. I hope they're adventurous eaters too. I know there's a couple of picky eaters on the property, which I see as a challenge, like a cooking challenge. I love a good cooking challenge. That's why when I have a friend who's like, "Oh, but I have a lot of intolerances and allergies and things I don't like," and I'm like, "Great, write a list. I'll get started." But there's also lots of adventurous eaters, so I'll have my pick of the litter to feed. I have great pride in being able to cook things for picky eaters or people with um, eating requirements. I think that might stem a little bit from working in food service for so long and being raised by a nurse, because being raised by a nurse and then working in food service, I had the philosophy that like people come in and they tell me they're allergic to something, and other servers and cooks and things like that, because I've done literally everything in a restaurant, they would be like, "Oh, I don't think they actually are." But the thing is that that's not my decision to make. It's not. I don't get to decide if they're allergic to something. If they tell me they're allergic, it's my job to decide, okay, or it's my job to follow that and make sure they don't die at the table. And I've seen other servers or cooks deliberately slip something into someone's food, and then they're like, see, they didn't die. They didn't go into anaphylactic shock. But a lot of people don't realize is that not every allergy results in an inability to breathe, depending on the severity. It's sort of like not every seizure is a grand mal seizure.